yesterday's class. So what we have seen, right? So we have seen about the different types of dimension tables. Okay, dimension tables. So what is the dimension? One is confirmed dimension, and second is Jank dimension, and the third is degenerated dimension. Okay, and fourth is role-playing dimension, and we have seen these things, right? Any other we are missing? Confirmed, Jink, degenerated, role-playing, any other?
Slowly changed.
Slowly change dimensions we are going to discuss today. Okay. So, okay, fine. So what is confirmed dimension? Anyone can say what is confirmed dimension? Didn't remember or unable to speak? Okay. So confirmed dimension is a dimension where it has a relation with the multiple fact tables. Okay, where it has a relation between the multiple fact tables, but even though the definition of the dimension will not be changed. Okay, that means example of we have seen yesterday slide. So customer dimension will be having the relation between the fact sale and fact product and various like this various fact tables, and even the customer descriptive data, right? Whatever the data will be same, right? So it will get the data will same. Like the example, the main example of another is date dimension. Okay, dim date dimension. So the date, like wherever like it is associated with the any fact table, so it will the definition of the date, dim date, like year, month, date, okay, day, and week, okay. So these will not be changed. The definition of the dim dimension will not be changed, okay. And also, it will have a relation between the more than a one fact table that is called confirmed dimension, okay. And coming to the Junk dimension is nothing but like what? So where we have a multiple, like if there is a chance to club the two or more dimensions to a single dimension, and where we will have one unique ID, okay, unique ID or Junk ID that can be unique key or Junk key that can be stored in a fact table, okay. So that we can reduce the number of dimension keys in a fact table, and we can improve the performance of the fact table. Okay, fact table load or data load. Okay, the example of we have taken like example like there is a two tables. One is marriage table and one is gender table, right? Marriage and gender table. So where we have a probability of getting the data is like marriage table will be like it will be a two type of descriptions. One is married and other is unmarried. Okay, and gender is it is a female or male. So a female can be a married or unmarried, and male can be a married and unmarried. There will be probability of four records in a table by clubbing these two tables. Okay, so we are clubbing this as a jink dimension, and we will have a one jink key for these two tables, and that jink key will be maintained in the fact table so that it is known as a junk key, okay. And this is also known as a junk dimension. So junk dimension is useful like that, okay. Got it. And next thing is degenerated dimension. Okay, so degenerated dimension is nothing but like what? So the name itself is saying like it is generating itself, right? So that means, so if a fact table contains the any key, any measure or something, any fact, okay, that fact is acting like a dimension table. If you are deriving by using that column, that is known as a degenerated dimension. This dimension will be generated in the fact table. Okay. And the fact table is example like if you take an a sales fact table, fact sale, it will be having like a product key and a date key, and also we will have a invoice number of the product, right? So that invoice number will be a fact and it will be useful to tell us like how many product are sold on a particular day, right? So that will be used as a dimensional only. Okay, generally, if you want to derive something, right? So there will be a combination of the dimensional fact table. There will be relation between the fact and dimensional. But here, what is happening in a fact table itself with that column, we are able to derive something. Okay, so that is why, so that is known as a degenerated dimension. Clear? And next thing is role-playing dimension. Role-playing dimension is nothing but what? What is the example we have taken? Hello? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the example we have taken for the role-playing dimension? Yesterday we took one example, right? We have discussed about the role-playing dimension. Have you able to remember?
Yes, yes. Date table.
Date table. Okay. So in date table, what is the key we have used?
Date dim, I think. Dim date.
Okay. So dim table, dimensional date table will be there. In the table, we will have a date key. Okay. Date key will be associated within a fact table. In a single fact table, there will be multiple keys. Okay. Order key and shipping key and okay, delivery key. Okay. So for these three keys in a fact table, only one key of the date table, right? One key of the date table will be associated to multiple keys in a fact table, that is called role-playing dimension. Okay, clear? So for this is the one dim date will be associated with the multiple fact table, multiple fact table. Okay, here combining the multiple dim table to single table or junk table, junk dimension, junk dim. Okay, junk dim table. And this is degenerated, it will generating itself in a fact table. Okay, from fact table. And role playing, one dim key will associate with multiple fact keys in a single fact table. Okay, this is the thing for different type of dimensional. And today we are going to see about the SCD. Okay, slowly changing dimension. Okay, so slowly changing dimensions. So we have seen about the CDC, right? I said right? CDC is nothing but just it is the capturing the change record. Okay, so if there is an update in a particular column, okay, whether it is location, whether it is phone number, whether it is the other thing like name is we used to update the Aadhaar card, right? Sometimes like name, surname, first name, last name. Okay, these are the updateds, right? So those are not nothing but a change data capture. Okay, so based on that, these slowly changing dimensions are divided into three types: type 1, type 2, and type 3. And also, we will have a type 4. It is not very important, but somewhere like they are asking for the difference between the type 4 and type 2. So that is why I'm telling. Okay, type 6 nothing but so I will let you know. Okay, so type 1. What is type 1 means? SCD type 1, this type 1 will maintain only current records. Okay, only current records. Okay, there is no history records in a type 1. Okay, and where it comes to type 2, we'll maintain the current place history record. Okay, current plus history record. That means if suppose an employee, okay, employee will be like changing the his location from last 8 years, like around like 5 locations he has changed. Okay, so we will have the particular employees 5 records in this type. Where it comes to type 1, it will have only one record. Okay, that is means just they don't like where the current employee is currently. That's it. Because they don't care about the how and where previously he used to stay or something like that. But see, anyhow, like any project, if you want to analyze and if you want to do the future estimations, or at least we have to take a 1 year of data, right? So in 1 year there will be a lot of updates. So the history should be there, right? So based on the history data only we can do analysis. So in our projects, okay, mostly 99% projects will follow type 2 only. Okay, that is one case. And what is type 3 then? It will be current data, also partial history. Okay, current data and also it will have a partial history. What is mean by partial history? Just imagine like it currently is staying in the like location is like suppose Hyderabad, and in a type 3 what will maintain is what is last location. Okay, what is his last year salary? Just that. And what is last to last year? What is previous to previous? We don't know. Only current plus previous one. Okay, that is known as a partial history of the record. Okay, so type 3 will be current record plus partial record. Clear? Just remember, like, so you will have a clear understanding, like current records, plus history records, and current plus partial records. Okay, and here we will maintain current plus history. But for each table, right? Suppose uh, here the current place history will be taken care of in single table. But here for current table there is a separate tables, and for the previous tables the history records are separate tables, and with the deleted records there will be a separate tables like the CCPPTD records. Okay, so for current data there will be separate tables will be there, and for history data also separate tables will be there. And also if there is any delete records, right? The records are closed, right? For that also there will be a separate tables will be there. Okay. That is how like type 4 will have a current history, but for every area, okay, there will be maintained a separate tables. So that will be type 4. Okay. And type 6, what is type 6? It is the process, is the combination of 1 plus 2 plus 3. If you are using in any project, you are using type 1, type 2, type 3, then it is called as a type 6. Got it? Okay. So this is about the type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 6. Now, so in a real-time projects or in a SC type 2, if there is any, like we have a previous record. Suppose I will take one example. This is an suppose imagine this is an employee table. Okay. This employee table will have a employee ID and EMP name and salary and location and suppose phone number or something. Okay. So 101 and employee name is Naren. Okay. Salary is like 20,000. Location is currently is in Hyderabad. Put some number. Okay. And again, the same employee has shifted to Bangalore. And salary is same. And he shifted to Bangalore. And the phone number is same. Okay. They can maintain the same phone number all over India, right? So we were, in the older days, we used to have a roaming or something like that, but now it is not. Okay, fine. So by looking at this, okay, I enter this data, I can say like, okay, this is the current record and this is the previous record. But if someone else is saying in this table, and how can they identify this employee is in Bangalore currently? Is there any chance? Is there any column will be there to identify in this table? No, right? So everything, every record looks like yes. Every record looks like it will be a current record only. So for that, if there is a previous for type 2, if they want to identify the current plus previous record, history records, there is a three things provided by the data warehouse. Okay. Three identification, okay, provided by the data warehouse. One is date by using the date. Okay, by using the date. How can we use the date that we will see? And the next one is flag. By using the flag, we will get to know whether this record is a current record or a previous record. Generally, one more thing we will identify, like if you in a mobile, like if there is any app or software is update, it will have something called versioning, right? So you will see this latest version. So you might have understand like what is the latest version. You might have go to the shop and you will ask some whether some OS or something like that, something other application, what is the latest version. That means we will have a previous versions. So if you want to identify which is the current one and which is the previous one, you will have a version as well, right? So generally, these versions will be used to work in our regular work for all the software installations. But in data warehouse, we will mainly focus on date and flag things. Okay, that we will see how we are going to identify based on the date, flag, and version. Okay, before that, we will see an example of the type 1. I'm taking the same example of employee table, this table. Okay. Here to identify like whatever the record is current record. So see in the type 1, what I said, we will have only current records. So there should be no identification is required for this table, right? So here, this one thing, one column will be added here. Okay, here is a created date. Created date will be there, the column will be here, whatever the record, right? So this is, I'm going to delete. So currently this employee is available on 09, he was in Hyderabad. Okay, so when he's moved, so yesterday only he moved to bank, suppose, imagine. Okay, in type 2, what has happened, this next record, right? This will be not inserted into the table. This is not going to insert into the table. Okay. Only they will maintain a current record. That means this location is going to be updated. Okay. This location is going to be updated in the location and the created date. So today he shifted or yesterday he shifted. It means the date will be changed. Created date. Okay. This is how the employees like this is how the real-time projects, how the tables will be created for the type 1. Clear? So that means, so wherever like if there is an update, suppose after like today he got some salary change. So he moved to like 30,000 or something. Then the salary will be updated and the date will be updated here, created it. Okay. But we don't know the previous salaries and we don't know the previous location. Okay, that will be erased completely. So that the like company wants they want to use the memory of the database in a like optimum way. Okay, so they don't want to maintain the history. Some cases, some projects, there will be chances to they don't need the history records only on the current data only they want to analyze something. Okay, so suppose if you know an employee like sorry, if you take a bank, right? So how many accounts we have in a bank for a particular customer? So it will take in a particular current record history only. If you don't take, right? So why the previous accounts who the previous customers who have account in our bank and who deleted, who removed their account from our bank? So they don't bother about that thing. They want to analyze only what is the number of accounts in our bank currently. If they want to do the analysis, so only they can maintain only type 1. No need of the type 2, right? So according to the requirement and according to the whatever we are going to derive, based on that, they will follow the whether type 1, type 2, type 3. Clear about the type 1? Okay. So we'll go to the type 2. Okay, so what is type? So now, as I said, like we will have a current plus history records. To identify the current plus history records, we will have a date flag version. Okay, so we'll go and see the table. Like I will take a table, employee table only, but it will have the date columns. Okay, employee, and the column will be employee ID, employee name, and salary will be there. And as I said, location. Here, I'm not going to write a phone number. That's fine. Okay, we are talking about the location, so I'm not going to write a phone number. Here, we will have a date column. Okay, in column is like a effective start date. Effective start date. Okay, in real time also some projects will maintain the same naming convention. Effective start date. Okay, and effective end date. We'll see how the data will be inserted. And also we'll maintain for flag here, we'll maintain a flag column. Okay. Once, okay, suppose the data 101 is entered and the data is marine and we'll have a salary like 30,000. Location is current location is Hyderabad. Okay, so this in this location, when he started working in this location, that is known as a effective start date. Okay, suppose 01/04/2020, he started working in this Hyderabad location. Okay, and then effective end date. See, whenever the current record, right? Whenever the current record in SAE type 2, the effective end date will be always an infinite date. Okay, infinite date means we don't know when he is going to end is working in this company or working in this particular location or with that salary. So that what we'll do, the effective end date will be infinite date. Infinite date will be how it looks like 31st December. The year will be like this. Got it? So the effective end date will be the infinite date for the current records in a SCD type 2. And the flag will be, see, flag always for the active record, the flag will be 1. Okay. And one more thing, we should have a versioning right here. I'm taking a versioning here. Okay, just I'm writing the question. Okay, so here this is 0.1 is the version. Okay, so this is the first version of the record, right? So that is what. So now I'm going to insert one more record. Level 2. This is 102, and he has some Narendra is the employee name, and salary will be 20,000, and location will be Bangalore. So the date of insertion, date of start date is 02 from 05/2020. Okay. And what is the effective date of this record? This one. And what is the effective end date? This will be, this is also a new record, right? So that's why the effective end date will be this infinite date only. Okay. Flag will be 1. Also for this, the 0.1 will be, yes, got it. So 0.1 will be the version of this particular record. Now the main thing is coming to picture. So if this employee is going to be changed like on 11th, okay, on 11th he shifted to Bangalore. Okay, so again on 11th, how the data will be going to insert? Suppose the employee, right? 101 employee ID same, and its name is same, and salary also same. Now, the coming to the location is shifted to Bangalore, right? So, I'm going to divide a Bangalore location. What is the effective date here? Is shifted on 11th, right? So, 11th, okay, 09/2023 is effective start date in the Bangalore location is 11/09/2023. Okay, so what will the infinite date then? Sorry, what will be the effective end date then? It is current date. Current date is nothing but it is an infinite date, right? It should have infinite date as effective end date. So that is where we can identify this is a current record. And coming to the flag, what is the flag for this record? It is going to be 1 because it is a current record, active record, right? Coming to the version, it will be already for the same employee, we have a version of 0.1, the next version will be 0. Now look at the data. So whether we are able to identify this record, whether which one is current record? No, right? It has the effective start date and effective date will be infinite. Even this is also effective start date and effective end date will be infinite, right? So how can you identify any identifications here? Forget about the version. We don't have a version column in there. See, it is not recommended to use all these columns in all projects. Okay, they will, some of the projects only use date. Some of the projects use only the combination of flag date. Okay, but versioning very rare. No one use versioning. Okay, they will follow the dates or flags mostly. Okay, so in project only dates they follow. So here, forget about the versions. Okay, just if you want to imagine, like if you want to get current record or history record, how can you identify? No, right? We can't identify. So because the flag is Act 1, and here is also a flag is 1, and we can't identify what is happening in this load when this record is coming to the table, right? When this record is came into the table, so the effective end date will be updated of the next record, the current record, effective start date 1/09/2023. Okay, we'll write like this. I just want to maintain the format same for all the records. Okay. So effective end date will be updated with the effective start date of this current record. Okay. And also the flag will be going to update like 0. Clear? Okay, so what is happening? So whatever the current record, right? It will have a effective start date and effective end date as an infinite date, and whatever the effective start date of current record, that will be going to be as a effective end date of the previous record. And also, if there is a flag column, the flag will be going to be 0, and it is going to be update. Suppose if there is a one more record came for the 101 and is shifted to, sorry, his salary got changed now. Okay, suppose his salary is 40,000 and the location is Bangalore. So it is not only the location can be changed, right? So the other descriptive column of the employee can be like salary, phone number, address, or other like data birth cannot be changed, right? And maybe they want to change the some way like they have to update the current data in case that is a date of birth can be changed, and also first name, last name things can be changed, right? So not only the one thing, there will be whatever the descriptive columns will be available in the employee table, those all can be changed, right? So that is a possibility. So that is how like now we are going to change the salaries in a table, and the change is happened yesterday 09/2023. Okay, so now what will be the effective end date? It is a infinite date. Okay, and now the flag will be 1, and this is the 0.3 is the version, and here the effective end date will be going to be update. See, this is what we are going to validate or check in a process of ETL. Okay, in SE type 2, if we have any project, right? So this is what we are going to validate in a ETL process. Okay, so how it is going to be ETL process? See, so as I said, like what is the ETL process? We will have a source, we will have a staging, and we will have a target. Okay, so from source to staging and staging to target. What will happen first time when we load it, right? That is known as a day zero load. Okay, day zero load. I will write this here so that it will be big. Okay, whenever you are loading the data first time, right? That is called day zero load. Okay, so for that we might be we will have here like this can be a database table or a file, whatever. Okay, once we received, suppose it is taken like 100 records. Suppose it is taken like 100 records. Okay, okay. There is 100 records in a first time load. The 100 records will be going to be load here. Okay, next time, okay, in a day of zero, what I'm saying, we will get a 100 records. And next time, the next load, whatever the load, like whether it is monthly, daily, weekly, yearly, whatever it is, okay, that is known as a day one load. Okay, first load is known as a day zero load, and second one is known as a day one load. Okay, there might be from this 100 records, there might be a some 50 records going to be updated, right? So suppose just like this record get an update of location here, and this record also having like a salary somewhere like, okay, so 50 records of out of the first day zero load, out of this 100 records, 50 records got updated for this next load, and also you will have a another 50 record. Okay, that is called as a insight. So that if you imagine whatever that happened in the day zero load, all the operation is nothing but it is only inside. Okay, at first load, right? At level of first load or day zero load, this target will be empty only. Only we will have a table. Okay, the all the records of 100 records will be loaded here. Okay, and next time, whatever we did, right? So whatever we did in a day one load, the target table will have the 100 records already, and then the next 100 records will going to be checked whether these 50 records are available or not. If it is available, what are the changes are there? Those can be updated like this, effective start date and effective end date, and also flag or versioning, something like that. Then after that, these 50 records will be inserted. That means in a day one, that what is the operation can be done? Insert and update. Right? Insert and update. Both the operations can be done in a day one load. Okay. And in some cases, right? So from this 50 records only, like other 50 records, right? Other 50 records got deleted. Whatever the first load it is happened, right? From 50 records got updated and 50 records got deleted. Also, it has to check this record is available or otherwise it will be going to be deleted. Delete record, how it is going to be updated in the table? Whether it is going to be deleted completely from this table? No, right? So how the delete record will be going there? So suppose this naren, right? This record, sorry, this 102 is deleted. That means this employee resigned and he went out the other organization. So what is the update will be happen, right? So directly for this particular record, the effective end date. Okay, the effective end date will be updated. Suppose on 11/09/2023, he resigned. Sorry, his last working day was 11/09/2023 in the organization. So it is going to be updated as the effective end date, and the flag will be 0. Okay, so that it is known as a deleted records. That's how the history will be maintained of the particular employee. Got it? So this is day zero and day one loads. Okay. And also we will have a day two load also in some cases. Okay. Some cases, right? So whatever this deleted record, whatever this resigned employee, after 1 year, he might have joined again. Okay, you might have joined again, but there will be employee ID is different. So that is not an issue. But thing is that the same employee is joined again. So if they want to load the data, so whether that data is loading or not, whether all the other details, not on employee ID will be different, but other records are loading or not, that we have to check. So that here in a day two, we will check that whether deleted records are again inserting or not. So as part of ETL, okay, as part of ETL, when we are working as an ETL tester to validate or to check if this SCD type 2, we have to follow, we have to run the workflows 3 times like this. Okay, one is day zero load, whether all the records are inserted with this with the effective start date and effective end date, and if it has a work, if it is a flag, if it has a versioning, whether all are correctly inserting or not. That we have to check once. And next time, after we are changing the data in the source, okay, we will do our own changes. That is not a real-time project, like it is a QA, right? That means that is testers environment, right? So where we will have some access to do the changes. So we can imagine like, so this location, this particular employee has changed his location. You can update in the source level. Then after that, you execute the job. Okay, don't bother about how to execute the jobs or something like that. We are going to see in the next classes. In informatica classes, we are going to develop informatica workflow and we will going to be see how the job will be executed, all those things. But just imagine this job is executed on a day one, okay? And that time, whether these records are going to be updated or not, the previous record are going to be updated or not, and the new record has the effective end date or not. Something like that, we are going to see and validate those things in a ETL process. And same thing again, we will run in a day two. whatever deleted record here, right? We are going to insert in a source level, and also we run the job whether that record is coming into the data warehouse with the new effective start date and effective end date and flag or not, that we are going to check. Okay, these three type of loads will work on SCD type 2. Okay, this is the main thing in ETL process. Okay, always remember SCD type 2 is the ETL process is always like 99% projects are going to use. Clear? Any doubts here? Okay, this is very important concept. Okay, so as part of ETL tester, okay, we are going to work with this only. Fine. Okay, we'll move on to the type 3. The same thing, right? So this is the table, right? This is a table where we are having the like we are having the data like employee ID, employee name, salary, location, and created. Here for type 3, we will have a two columns. Okay, one is this is what it is current location, and the next column is previous location. Okay, current location and previous location. Like these two columns will be available in type 3. So that what is happening? So suppose this current location is his current location is Hyderabad. When is a first load, like this day zero load, this current location is Hyderabad, and the previous location will be null only because is the current location is Hyderabad only, you don't have any previous locations. Okay, and this effective the create date is 11/9, imagine, and the phone number is same. Okay, and also now this employee has changed his location to Bangalore, right? So Bangalore, and it is pre-location a previous location will be Hyderabad, and the created date will be after 2/12. Okay, 12/09/2023 is previous location. Fine. So now like this, it will have a current and previous location. In somehow like he will again he moved to Bangalore to Pune. Suppose imagine in day 3 load he moved to Bangalore to Pune. Okay. So that the Pune location is the current and previous location is going to be updated as a Bangalore, but we lost the previous to previous location, right? So the days is going to be update like 13 something like that, but we have lost previous to previous location. So this is how this is what means this is the maintaining the partial history of the table. Okay, partial history of the employee. This is known as a type 3. Okay, got it? So what is the disadvantage of type 3? What is the disadvantage of type 3 here? Anyone? Anyone can say what is the disadvantage of type 3? Of course, we don't have a complete history. That is one. And again, any other? That means, okay, I will only say, okay. So that means for every descriptive column, okay, every descriptive column, we will have a two columns. Okay. Here, if it is salary is going to be changed, we should have a current salary and previous salary, something like this. This is a current salary and this is the previous salary. Like this, if the table has 1,000 columns, okay, and 1,000 columns, 999 is going to be changed. We don't know which column will be going to be changed. In that case, we have to maintain, suppose, okay, 1,000 columns, 1,000 are going to be changed. Okay, so for the round figure I'm giving, okay, for the clear picture. 1,000 columns, we have to go for the 2,000 columns of each table because we don't know which column is going to be changed for the from this 1,000 columns. Okay, so that is how the memory utilization and the table structure is going to be increased in a type 3. That is a big disadvantage of the type 3. That is why, like nowadays, as my experience, I didn't see the type 3 implementation in any project till now. Got it? Okay. Any doubts? And next is type 4. Okay. So type 4, as I said, we will maintain a current, previous, and deleted records table. Okay. Just imagine like employee is the table, right? Employee. So EMP and EMP. The table's name will be like this: CCEMP, current data. Okay. The tables will be maintained for the current data. It will be like this. Okay. So employee ID, EMP name, and the salary, and what about the created. Okay. And here we'll maintain 101, employee name something like Naren, and this is the salary of those 3,000 or something. So I'm changing the salaries in my change. Okay. And this is 11/09/2023. Okay. And next 101, sorry, 102, and Rendra, and the salary will be like 4,000 or something, and date will be 12/09, created it. Okay, 2023. Fine. So this is the current record. And what is the previous tables will be like this: PP, EMP. Okay, for each history and current data, right? So we will maintain a separate tables. Same thing we will have. These columns will be same thing here, but thing is that we will not have a create or something like that. We will have a effective date, sorry, effective date and end date. We'll have a effective date and end date will be there. Okay, effective date and end date will be there. So, suppose like for this record we have a new update, right? So this record is going to be load here. Okay, and the start date or effective date will be this only, and effective end date will be. So what is the end date? So whatever created here, suppose in 12th it got the salary of hike like 4,000, the effective end date will be updated here like 12/09/2020. Got it? Suppose like we have a one more updated record for this record, right? So again, this entire table will be going to here. Sorry, entire record will be going to avail here, and 4,000 again. This effective end date. Suppose this salary is going to be increased to yesterday like 15. Okay, the current record will be updated here, and also whatever the previous record or history record will become here, and the effective start date will be like 12th, and the effective end date will be 15/09/2023. Got it? So this is how the previous tables and current tables will be available. Same thing like if we will have a daily tables, that means deleted records. Deleted records will have like how the records will be there for the deleted table. I'm just copying these things. Okay. If this 102, okay, if this 102 is deleted, right? And when it got deleted, so this will be going to be, we will have these two columns. Okay. Otherwise, I will create here itself. This is effective date and end date. Okay. So this is effective date and end date is in last like we have seen like 15th a this employee got employee left the organization, so deleted record will be available like this. Okay, so somehow like in a type 4 we are maintaining the for current, previous and deleted records a separate table. Okay, this is what the use of type 4. Okay, so what is the difference between type 4 and type 2 then? What is the difference between type 4 and type 2?
Memory allocation will be more in type 4, right?
Exactly, right. So for each record, for each data, like we have to maintain. See, instead of maintaining the number of records, instead of maintaining the number of records, if we are maintaining the tables, okay, the structure of the tables, right, it is occupies the more memory in a database. Okay. And every time when you run the job, right, it should check the current record and it is going to be joined with the previous records, whether this record is available or not. If this is not available, this is only available here, so that is called as a only current record. Or if this is available, it has to check, okay, which how many records are there. And for each record, it has to be go and check for the effective end date, and then it is going to be updated. So there is a huge burden on the database, like identifying the records in the three tables. Okay, if there is a deleted record again came, right? So it has to check, okay, deleted record is already there or not for this name or date of birth. Okay, date of birth, with this date of birth, if already this record is deleted, so it cannot be allowed to create one more record or something like that, right? So that is how the validation of the data check process, right? So that is taking a lot of time in type 4, so no one use the type 4. Okay, so the only thing is in an industry level, so more they are focusing on the type 2. In some rare cases, as per the requirement, they use the type 1. Okay, in anyone ask you in interview, right? What is the type of SAD you have used in your project? Just say type 2 only. Okay, don't bother about this, all those things. Just say, I worked on a type 2. If they ask you what is the difference between type 1, type 2, type 3, you can explain them. This is the concept where for the type 1 and type 3 and type 4. So nowadays, people are asking for the difference between type 4 and type 2 and what is the advantages and disadvantages of type 2 and type 4. So that is why I included type 4 as well. Okay, no one tell about the type 4 in any other classes, but I just want to tell you, right, because this is also there. And also type 6, nothing but way if the project is following these three concepts like type 1, type 2, type 3, that is called as a type 6. So it's unnecessary thing, right? Here we are maintaining the history and also here maintaining the partial history. And also here you are maintaining the current records in the same project. That is a unnecessary, right? So it is not useful to anything. And unnecessary we are burdening on the cost of the project, right? So that is how type 6 no one use. Just a knowledge purpose, I'm saying this is the 1 plus 2 plus 3 is not type 3, type 6. Okay, so this is how the slowly changing dimensions work. Any doubts here? Let me know if you have any doubts. Okay, we have almost done our class today for today. Okay, there might be a holiday on Monday, so you will get to know what is the thing. Okay, fine then. No class, no means okay, fine. You got the concept right? Everything. This is the main thing. Okay, just search in online for try to read this thing, concept more, because as part of ETL Testing, we are working on this concept only. So just focus on this SE type more. Okay. Okay then. That's it for today. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.